All right, this is just a fun political rant. I'm working mainly because I want to test out my audio on my mics. I don't know. I readjusted it. I just have it sitting here on the table. Okay, let's go. Let's do this, man. All this good news that's been going on. I'm like, dang. All right. First, I want to say, this is hilarious. I just thought of this coming in. Concerning like celebrities and the Grammys, I saw Beyonce, how she I saw on some YouTube thing where she was so surprised she got the country award, but they had complained like the year before of racism because she didn't win something. And so then she acted like she was surprised she got the award. And this has been on my mind about celebrities. Celebrities just I'm watching Severance and Ben Stiller, and he's like the white guy for Harris. And I'm like, all these celebrities are so successful, right? At what they do, but they're successful, but they're idiots. They're complete idiots. They're complete scams, shams, whatever. To be a successful celebrity in this left-wing world, you have to just sell yourself, give up everything, and you have to have that weird alpha craziness where you just don't care what people think, and you just except the the gatekeepers. You will do whatever the gatekeepers say to get through that gate. Everything. You like a prostitute. You are a high prostitute of the pagan temples. You will do whatever it takes. Sell your body, sell your soul, sell everything. And you're so focused on doing that, that you're crazy and you don't care about anything else and about reality or common sense or anything. And the rest of us, we want to be entertained by the court jesters, these court jesters. We want to be entertained by them, but we don't realize how much power we're actually giving them. And that's kind of stupid on our part, I guess. But we're busy doing things. And now I've always wanted to be in that realm, like mainly writer, the filmmaker part, animation. I did CG animation and all that, and producing and stuff. And I did my own film and got it into film festivals, got it into the American film market. During the crash of 2008, pretty amazing. But I even had a film agent and all that, and even sold it to one territory, even during that crash, the mortgage crash. So I just feel like it's biblical. God just does not want me to be doing that. Just how amazingly I pursued it, got so far, went to an all-star studded celebrity festival because of my film, got into it. I did, but then, yeah. Anyway, and I'm joyful. But the whole focus of giving yourself up to do this, like, these people just don't have any common sense. They don't have any calmness about their, they just do what they're told and completely just kiss butt and give up, do whatever it takes, sexually, pervertedly. I mean, I've seen Beyonce, like with Diddy. I don't know what it was, but there was, crazy stuff. Like, they just do whatever. So that Hollywood Babylon thing. I didn't watch the whole movie Hollywood Babylon, but I heard about it, and then we tried to watch it, but then it was like, it's just amazing. So I'm just going off on little rants here just to talk about Hollywood and then about the world. And because all the news with Trump, man, is crazy. It's just like, dang. And great and awesome, and I'm all for it. I'm for what's going on. And it is amazing how he got. I've been talking to Christians in the sense of this. How he had 4 years, and he was kind of widow-waddle, and he actually tried to work with the scorpion. Right, he always did that. The scorpion and the frog, or or the snake and the farmer. Same fable where the creature says, help me out, get me across the river, frog. And the frog says, I'm not going to give you across the river, scorpion, because you'll sting me. And he goes, you fool, if I sting you, we'll both drown, because you get paralyzed and we'll both drown in the river. And the frog's like, oh, that makes sense. So he swims him over, but the scorpion stings the frog. The frog, why did you do that? I'm paralyzed now, I can't swim, and we're both going to drown. And the scorpion says, I can't help myself, I'm a scorpion. Same with the serpent and the farmer in the winter, and the serpent begs the farmer to keep him in his chest to warm him. And the farmer says, no, you're a serpent, you're going to sting me and poison me. And the serpent says, no, why would I do that? Because, and then that's evil. That's the Democrat Party. They were evil. Look, I love you guys. Jesus told me to love you. I don't personally love you, but Jesus told me to love you, so I gotta love you as a Christian. But and I'm elect. I'm a Calvinist, so I believe you're wicked through and through, and you won't change. I mean, some of you will, because I don't know who's wicked and who isn't, who's good. I don't. That's the mystery. I don't know who's actually fully wicked and who's fully good, or who has a chance of being saved because the God has ordained it so. So there's that mystery. As a Calvinist, I am not sure of who isn't, but based on what you say, pretty sure you're not one of the chosen. Pretty sure you were made to be one of the wicked, and thus we look at the world differently than, say, a progressive Christian who thinks that they can convert that person. And that's the thing that's so silly about it. You think you can convert it over the wicked. That it's one thing to say as a Calvinist or any Christian, we can try to save that person. But at some point, you're throwing pearls at the swine because they are the wicked. And you can tell they're the wicked by just how evil they are. And, again, you don't know when, who is good and wicked. That is the mystery of life. That is the free will part of us, of the elect. Just trying to go through that all and trying to discern and trying to be and you're good if you just constantly want the Lord, and you feel like you're a sinner, and you feel like but I'm just going off on rants here, but let's get to the news. Was I trying to make a point there? The celebrities, just how brilliant they are. Finally get around to it. Here's something I just realized as I was sitting down. I had an opportunity to get into this world recently, or right during the lockdowns, because I got an agent because of this armor. I got this agent because of armor, and through my church, through people who knew, who said, we know someone, and put this armor. So I got this agent, a Hollywood agent, through this armor. And that person said, I could probably get you for other roles too, because I have a crazy look or whatever. And this person cast people for The Mandalorian. This is when it was all in high full on production back then, And I was like, wow. But I had to get the shot. I had to get the COVID shot. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna do it. And the agent was very nice about it, understood, but I could not get any roles, audition. I could not audition or be or even be a cast. So that was the whole cleansing of the Democrats, the left. They knew to get rid of conservatives and Christians and everyone else was to do the whole vax thing. That's their way. They don't openly say, but they say anyway. And this whole thing with the U.S. aid and how it's a religion. I mean, the whole church separation of churches thing is the only thing they're trying to separate is Christianity. They're pushing their LGBTQ. That's a religion. LGBTQ is a religion. A religion is a belief system, and they're pushing a belief system, and they always do. They always do. And we Christians foolishly think that we need to follow something that's total BS about the separation of church and state. Why don't we say it's absurd in the sense of it's a separation of belief in the state, because it's not. So that really annoys me that we Christians kind of do that to ourselves. We handicap ourselves against evil. And I don't want us to be crazy. Like, I do like the Inquisition and witch trials. I actually do. But I don't want us to be any sort of, and the church never officially tortured people. They always said, we can't save this person. They want to mutilate children. They want to turn men into women and do actual surgeries, removing. This is the 14th century. They had trans stuff. I'm reading the Malafata. I should start reading that actually, because I'm doing the goth thing. Oh yeah, let me pull that out. I have a stack somewhere. I'm turning away from a mic. I have the Hammer of Witches. I have a stack of books I got to start reading now because I'm working on the Gothic RPG. Where are they? I know I actually set them aside. I don't know where I put them. Oh boy. Anyway, I'll find it. But I'm now in the dark mode of doing the Gothic RPG. Anyway, let's do some news because I just want to ramble here. This is hilarious. The President Trump evicts ultra woke former Coast Guard leader from her government funded home after refusing to leave after following her firing. They won't leave. Look at that. That is so pathetic. She's not going to a government funded home. She won't leave it. That is pathetic. Look at this. The nasty bishop. She's not a bishop. This is already evil. She's a lesbian. Of course, every woman pastor becomes a lesbian. Of course. The Bible says women cannot be pastors. And of course, they're all lesbian. So pathetic. Apparently her church pocketed $53 million for the illegal immigrants. Illegal aliens. Wow. What? That right there should be investigated. I love that they're investigating these things. I love that they're going after them. And this time he's not going to cooperate with the Scorpion. See, I think the first 4 years he tried to work with them. I remember that. And every other week they came up with a new, Russian conspiracy theory. I remember during his 4 years, I was so happy he got in, and I was like, oh, this is, he had me at, they're sending in rapists, right? He had me at that. And I loved John McCain. And when John McCain attacked Trump, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He's totally talking the truth. Anyway, the problem I think was Trump was overwhelmed by it all. And this time though, he's getting in the right people, hardcore. He's bringing in new people. Just, I think the 4 years of Biden really helped us all, including many Democrats who probably could be saved. That this is BS, and the lies are finally coming out. And the amount of money that they have been wasting, I knew they were wasting it. I knew they were doing it. I knew there was a huge shift under Obama and under Biden, a huge monumental shift of wealth from us, regular plumbers and Joe Schmoes and people working honestly at our job. Even my wife and I have lost our financial luxuriant life because of the Bidenomics. Her company continually got just butchered. They were like building and then slammed by the lockdowns, and then building again and then slammed by the just the next round of regulations coming out of the Democrats and Biden. Like the lockdown slammed her, she survived that, then slammed by the Bidenomics. The whole fashion industry has turned now from like little fun indie startups, which they're not fun indie startups. They're struggling Chinese rip-off startups. That's all they are now, factories. And I believe just what I'm saying. And so the fun, like individual ones with wealth and bringing in, good quality and well priced fashion is not there anymore, or barely. And she can't survive it. So we've been struggling. We're struggling in the sense of we'll survive, but we got skimp. And I don't really, thankfully in my life right now, I don't really have a lot I want to spend money on anyway. I'm very content. But I think she wants a little more. But anyway, I'm trying to work on this. I'm trying in the things that you see up above me. I'm trying to work. Well, I am working on them. I'm just trying to make it like a living that my wife doesn't have to want to go out and work and have to do things, but she wants to. But anyway, we're just struggling along. I do a lot of things. I know how to do a lot of things. I just don't know how to make money. I never have known how to make money. My pinnacle of making money was doing Conan animated film. I almost got to 100,000 a year back then, doing that one. It was like 96 or something, but then it bombed. The budget or the money. I was like a lead animator on the Conan Red Nails CG animated film. Anyway, that was the worst. This is awesome. This party lied to me while stealing my tax dollars. Former Biden supporter denounced the Democrat Party in an explosive video. I am going to watch that. The U.S. to fund over 6,000 approved journalists, while at the same time spending millions to silence conservative independent media like the Gateway Pundit. USAID was spending $268 million to fund 6,000 approved journalists. All the political, all the left wing, all the Democrat, all the LGBT, all the trans. The Democrats have no problem taking our money, stealing our money, and then pushing their agenda, their religion of God, of Satanism. They have no problem pushing Satanism with our money, and we're letting them. That's the problem. We're letting them. We got to stop doing it. We got to not work with them anymore. Look at this. Ugh. Exposes her USAID ties. Says he can't understand American history because he's South African. So Elon Musk exposes her money making through the aid. And we've seen this, and we've seen like a bunch of conservatives suddenly turn coat. And we're like, what the heck? Like that other guy, Bill Kristol, and it turns out he's getting millions of dollars from USAID. Whew. See, I haven't gone this far down, so I'm not going to worry about that. It's just amazing. I should not be amazed, right? Evil will do evil. Do not be surprised at what evil does. What we need to be surprised at is what is good going to do. That's the question. That's the That's the game we're playing right now, the game of life. That is why God has put us here. Here's my silly little. I'm going to do this. Here's my silly little, Ron, not God, not the Bible. I mean, me and my game world role-playing game translation of this. Here's my thought of what's going on with God, and I'm gonna do it. It's not canon or sacred. This is just me trying to conceptually understand the matrix. Okay, I think God has made this matrix, this world, for His chosen to go in and adventure. This is the game of life, and this is the toughest game of life. And He's obviously severenced us, erased our memory. I'm watching that Severance show. He erased our memory so that from heaven and from Him, so that we would go and play this game and see how we do. And then when we go back to heaven, we get to watch ourselves and see how we played this game, how we lived our life. That's the chosen. And He's got to put in the wicked. He's got to put in the villains and the orcs and the goblins and all that. He's got to place them down, just like in a computer game. You got to have villains, and that's who the others are. And their hell or whatever their punishment is a way of, the Bible is a written sort of guide for us to understand how to play this game. And now these terms are silly or whatever, and life is wonderful, and my wife and children, I don't like to think of it as a game, life and death and all that, but the ultimate game is this. And I kind of wondered, this is me going silly and not even important. It doesn't even matter to the faith and Christianity. And I will back off on this. I'm not going to preach this. But just a silly thing. I kind of wonder if God, He's outside of time, so He must have, I wonder if He creates this matrix over and over, whenever we all have fun, finish watching the whole thing and over, and starts a new one with us, same thing. Like we all start up again. Who knows where we'll be in that matrix when we're born, when we start the game again. But in heaven, I wonder if we all get to watch this history of the world over and over, as long as we want, because we don't have time, we're outside of time, before we start a new one or whatever. Like we get to watch. I want to go check out the Roman history. I want to go watch that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go. Ugh. Have you seen that series? Oh my god, not the HBO one, but the real one. We get to watch 1,000 years of Roman history, and everything else over and over. In any point of view, we're the ghosts. We're I don't know. We're not the angels. I'm sure the angels are something else. But whatever. But I'm just saying, I feel like we get to. This is when I say the game of life, I kind of mean it. I mean, I mean it in the sense of like the ultimate game, and I don't mean it like a game. I mean, a lot of things in this. Well, when you do storytelling, when you do games, you do get emotional, right? You can get emotional and all that. So this is the game of life, and this is the biggest emotion of all. Anyway, that's me going a little off the rails there. I just saw one that really. So this here, Cynthia Nixon, Sex and the City woman. She's this one here where she says that her daughter and all her friends' daughters, everyone is trans. She's saying how they're all trans. That is not inherent. That is them brainwashing their kids. These are witches turning their kids into something pagan and horrific and Democrat. That's proof right there. She's said the quiet part out loud. What are the odds? So I'm glad that I love the Babylon Bee, and you guys got to be a regular on the Babylon Bee. But there was another one here that I just saw that this one here. So thank goodness, this was a wonderful video to watch. I watched the live thing of this. It's signing the thing about keeping men out of women's sports. That was wonderful. Just to see the little girls and stuff surround them, and that was a wonderful video to watch. You should go on YouTube and watch it. And there was that one girl, right there, who I believe that's her, or she was over here on this side. I don't know. She might be in the back. But she got so hurt by the volleyball and got brain damage, but she looked good there. She looked like she recovered, but I'm sure she lost her volleyball athleticism. And she really reminded me of my daughter, because my daughter was in basketball, and just to see, like, just to imagine some big dude playing and just elbowing and batting. She had a tough enough time as it was with the bigger girls. But to imagine like a guy there, and because she was like a short forward. She got really good rebounds. She got double digits stats and all for her rebounds and everything. But imagine her going up against a guy, man. Just great news after great news after great news. What else here? and the exposure of what the left is doing, and the that was terrible, but I don't. That's just a small time crime, horrifying thing there. But I'm just thrilled at the news. It's really wonderful to wake up to this, and it's this time it's much better because, Trump and them are not taking the hits the way they did in the first term. The first term, I just remember being stressed every other week because of what the Democrats were doing, how much clout they had to complain about his racist remark, this, that, rape or this or that. And this time, him and everyone else is not listening to them anymore. They don't have the power they had. That's a wonderful thing. So you guys keep praying that. Well, one thing I would really want to pray for is that all these executive orders, they got to become laws. They can't just be executive orders. Hopefully that'll happen. And they're for them to talk about it. The wicked are the wicked, and we have to deal with it. God does not want us to go around killing the wicked or persecuting the wicked. We have to sift through them and find the ones that can be saved. That is, Calvinism too. We do have to evangelize and preach to even the wicked. The one solution to the wicked is, one, you do not give in, compromise with them. You rebuke them. You always tell them, even the evil, the truth, and subdue them. That is the goal of Calvinism, is to subdue evil, not to be violent or kill or whatever, but you got to subdue it. You got to scare it into submission just to make this life palatable, because they're evil. Evil's going to do what evil does. So you can't compromise with evil. You have to discern evil by the precepts of the Ten Commandments and know that you cannot budge on those. And abortion is a horrible budge on our part. The perversity, we can't allow that. Now, one last thing I'm saying about gay conservatives. Do we work with gay conservatives? And I'm going to say yes. You just don't let them in your church. I don't mind working with gay conservatives because that is not the issue with politics. The change of the gay or the abortion or whatever, it has to go through a church culture. Politics is just about about keeping the field fair. If we have a fair playing field, we Christians will win. If we have a USAA Democrat cheating, lying, stealing, millions of dollars of our wealth going to them, then we don't have a fair playing field. So that's how evil has to work. Evil has to use deception and control. We Christians just want to play a fair playing field, which is a fair playing field is not something evil can handle. And right there is the fight. So I'm fine with gay conservatives or gay whatever, as long as they don't tell me what I have to believe. And gays, yes, there's a couple of gays that are okay, but again, I would never want them to be in too much of a position of power. Some of them are sensible, but I know they're still living in their sin, and so I would accept them in my church one time, but they can't go in and preach their homosexuality or perversity to the world, to the church. The whole point of bringing them in a church is to tell them of their sin. So there's that. Anyway, we have to work with whoever is willing to work with, even wicked people. You just can't give in to their wickedness. That's the thing. You can't give in to their wickedness, and you gotta love everyone, even the wicked. Right? You gotta love everybody. Yeah. So anyway, that's my little rant. I gotta get back to work. All right. I gotta work on several different things here. All right. I'm gonna give my life. Oh, roll holy dice. Oh God, I'm gonna do this again. It's stupid me. I don't know how to make money. All right. I have a subscribe star. I got one follower. I'm trying to build up the subscribe star, which another enterprise I don't know how to do. But there it is. If you guys want to help me out, that's one way to help me out. Another way to help me out, and words of encouragement. But I kind of want to I need to make this if I can get money going. I'm like, see, honey, you don't have to go get a job, and I can just make the money while we're living our lives and doing the ministry. All right. Anyway, here's all my books. I've got these three, and I have this one I'm working on right now. These are all my books. I gotta update these to the new form thing here. But same game. I haven't changed the rules. I've just cleaned them up. I still think these are good rules. If you really want more ready information, these are still great right now. But I'm going to reformat it and try to simplify the rule explanations to this new thing I got here. But here's Alfred. Here's Night of the Dead. Conquest of the Empire is a fun D&D. It actually ties in with Alfred, but I keep it at minimal because they make it very fun D&D-ish. But let me go to my full screen again. This is my new, I'm working on reading through it now on paper and not on the screen because I've been staring at it for so long. But I've really worked on like the formatting, just trying to make it look better, with a little more color and graphics. But I've simplified, don't lose the spot on that, but I've simplified the beginning part. Well, not simplified, but I've tried to make it easier to read and organized concerning, I don't know if you can even see it with the lights glaring, with the rules, and trying to just make it more, I guess, digestible for newish players. Is kind of what I was doing there. Anyway, all right. So I'm working hard on stuff. I'm trying to work hard on stuff. I work from 8 to 7 about every day, and I enjoy it. I mean, I do walk the dog and other things and work out and stuff, but 8 to 7 usually every day, doing stuff. All right, in a game of life, everybody, roll holy dice.